G'day guys, Al here from the Real Dad Movement. We've got a special guest with me today. We've got Pete Dunlop who's joining us, and he's been with the program for 4 weeks now. How you going, Pete?
Good, thanks, Alex. Yeah, great.
That's
the workout this morning, so feeling good.
Beautiful, and hitting some PBs, mate.
Yes, yeah, got 4 up today. So
Yeah.
awesome.
Unreal, mate. Hey, you're doing an amazing job so far, and we love having you as part of the group, mate. But what I wanted to do with guys who aren't part of our group watching today, mate, I guess is have a look at your life where it was before and 4 weeks later and the changes we've made. And let's begin right at the start, mate, on a bit of your story, background, and where you were, mate.
Yeah, cool. I'm a dad of 2. Got a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. But I'm an older dad, so I'm 50. So it's energy is an important thing with little kids. And I suppose for a long time I've been thinking I've got to get fit. But just hadn't been getting fit. And when I was probably the last time I was really fit was back in the 30s. And so I was up to about 115 kilos and always find an excuse. And then your ad came along, so I thought I'd give it a crack. And the important thing to me was I just needed to get to a healthy spot. So there's a couple of things that happened in my life. One is I've got small kids. Second is a colleague of mine here, not much older than myself, had a stroke. And it all just sort of said, well, if I don't do something now, I'm not going to do it at 60, I'm not going to do it at 70. So time is now. And so I grabbed it, and it's been fantastic, mate.
Yeah, mate. We've certainly seen some massive changes with you over the last 4 weeks, mate. But what did it feel like? Like, what hit home with you when your work colleague had a stroke?
Look, it was really hard because he wasn't unhealthy. He wasn't super fit, but he wasn't unhealthy at the same stage. And he had 2 kids too, and they're just in their 20s. It just hit home. It just said, look, I've got to be here for my kids, and I've got to be, I suppose, as healthy as I can to be here. And that's physically and mentally. And I thought, just coping with all that, I just needed to do something different. I couldn't keep doing what I was just doing and expect to be around when the kids are adults. So,
yeah, what does that mean to you, mate? You know, being around and being fit and healthy for your children as they grow up, like, does that
it's the most important thing. I mean, I lost my parents fairly early in the stage, 16 mum and 19 dad, and I just don't want that for my kids. Right? So it's all about being there and being a good role model for them too. And it was also, now I look back at it, there's some unhealthy things in the house too. So it's just not about me getting fit, it's about them being fitter and healthier too. So.
Absolutely, mate. So, do you find so far since you've started, there's been a little bit of a ripple or carryover effect to your family and your kids?
For sure. So the wife and I are cooking better meals. White bread's gone out the window. Brown bread is in, multigrain. Kids are questioning sugar now, so that's awesome. So we've talked to them about sugar, talked about how it affects just not their health, the teeth, etc. And now they ask, is this really sugary? And it is. They don't complain too much when they don't get it. So, you can't avoid it completely, but when you reduce it, you can even see a difference in their the way they behave, etc. I think I now look back at some of the times that they're out of control, and I think sugar was a big contributor to it. So. Yeah. And just eating healthier food, just true food, so veggies, rice, fish, meat. And being part of the group's been great, especially with some of the guys who put up the recipes. My repertoire wasn't that great, but it's getting better. So.
Yeah, it's just, I think there's some chefs in the group, mate. There's some pretty good stuff that they're dishing up and putting in there, which is
it's fantastic. Yep.
Unreal. What did you try before this, Pete? Like, what were the things that you might have tried before you came aboard with RDM, and obviously they didn't do it for you?
Yeah, look, I tried jogging, but then I'd come up with excuses. It's too cold, it's too late, it's too dark, it's too this. I tried the gym, but not really. Nowhere near as hard as I do with yourself. And not frequently enough. It was just always an excuse. I'd do it for a week and then not do it the next week. And there's just not a routine, I suppose. So I never really built that momentum. It was just always little fits and starts. So, yeah.
And fast forward like 4 weeks now, mate, how have you found your experience with the Real Dad Movement in myself, the group, and can you share some of that on how you found everything and give some feedback?
Yeah. So when I saw your advertisement and we made contact, I was still then nervous about doing it, right? It's something I hadn't done for a long time. But being part of the group, it's been great because felt accountable from day one. So by being accountable, I actually said, well, I've got to do it. So I got into it and did the 4 gym workouts a week, or the 3 and then the option, and that's been fantastic. And now I actually crave the days I don't do it. I feel like I'm missing something. So I've got to go for a walk or do something. The nutrition, it's been a huge, steep learning curve. And what I've liked about what you've done, Alex, it's not about telling me exactly what to eat. It's about how do I calculate myself, and then working it out. And by working it out, I think it's given me ownership, because it's foods I can get, I can work out, I can do. I can say, okay, that one's a good one, that one's a bad one. And I've just got so much more energy. I applied for, I've now my daughter's age coach at Nippers, under 7s, but I wouldn't have done that before.
Yeah.
But, I feel I've got the energy, and I feel like I need to contribute something. So I've been getting into that. But and I would have lost about 4.5 kilos, depending on any given time of the day. But I weigh myself in the morning. It's about it. I came down a bit, especially with fluids. Water was just, I had no idea how much I wasn't drinking water, but now I am. That flushed me out, but now I've got into it. I dropped the weight, but then I feel it's stabilising now, and I can see the strength occurring in the body, and shirts are getting looser, I suppose. Extra larges are coming down to larges, and belts going up a hole.
Yeah.
You can feel the changes, and you can feel particularly the energy and the clarity of mind. I mean, there's been some. I don't feel myself dwelling on things as long and self-doubting myself as much anymore. I mean, obviously bad things occur, but I can deal with it more rationally and less, I suppose, just dwelling on it for days like I used to. Yep.
Yeah, well, that was going to be my next question, mate. Like, how do you feel on the inside? And
yeah, no, that's made a huge difference. I mean, I've had, as we get older, it's things sometimes you self-doubt yourself, and those thoughts change, and it's given me a new lease in life mentally, and with the kids too. I mean, previously where I might fob the kids off because I was just want to watch telly. It's just, now I find myself getting down there and playing Lego, or getting out there and helping them on the trampoline and stuff. And it's not because I think I have to. It's just I want to do stuff. This gives you a completely different perspective. Yep.
Yeah, and that's obviously going to have a carryover effect into their life experiences as well, having dad around playing with them and
definitely
and all that.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's been great. Yeah. Couldn't thank you more, Alex. It's awesome.
Awesome, mate. Well, look, it's great having guys like you part of this group, and that's what we're all about, Pete. Having dads who, they got that level of commitment. They want to create that change for their life. We can show them the how, and it's about the why, and making sure the why and the purpose is there. And then from there, we break it all down. And what we've done, mate, over the last 4 weeks, like for you personally, has it felt either too extreme or restrictive or out of control? Or is it...
No, it's a bit, what I like about what you've done too, it's about the creating space. When we first started that, I thought, okay, what are you trying to do? But it's so true. Now I've got into the 4th week. It's you can make all the excuses in the world, but it's not that hard to get up at 6 o'clock instead of 6:30, right? And get to the gym and go to work, right? It's just creating that space for yourself to get the exercise done, and putting a bit of planning on a Sunday night for what foods I might tackle. So last night I steamed up and put in the oven a heap of veggies, made a few lunches for the week.
Perfect.
Didn't take that long. It was like half an hour, right? Yeah. Done, dusted. So no, it doesn't take up a whole. It's not all dominating. It's just a way of thinking about when you do things and work it around your life. I still play with the kids, still get time at home. It's just finding the space, as you say.
Absolutely, mate. And it's crazy, isn't it, too? Like we're not restrictive. We're not just making you have protein shakes all day or
no,
on some sort of diet where you can only eat lettuce and rabbit food. It's pretty open. And in fact, some of our dads have struggled to get the calories in for the day. They can't eat enough.
Yeah, and I've found that too. Some days I've thought I've eaten like 2 tons of food and I've still not hitting the calories. So. Yeah. And weight's still coming off. Yeah. But it's the right food, right? And then that's one thing I've learnt. It's to smashing the hamburger down. It's about choosing the lamb salad or something different, right? So, and there's been some work parties lately, and I've been to all of them, and it's just making that choice to eat the right thing and maybe have a water instead of 6 beers, right? So,
That's awesome, Pete. Yeah.
Yep.
Good on you, mate, for taking the step and creating that change. Because the reality is, mate, like there's more than enough information out there in the world with the internet and modern technology. But the world isn't skinny, rich, and happy, are they? It's about having a group with a backbone of support that you can lean on, as well as having coaching structure and guidance and support moving forward. And that's what we strike with Real Dad Movement, isn't it, mate? We've got the coaching support. I'm here 24/7 for you guys, as well as a group of like-minded men going through the same stuff.
Yeah, and you've always been quick to answer a question, and you've always been there when we've had inquiries. And also, I like when guys ask questions on the forums, because your answers, you can say, okay, I was thinking the same thing. So not only yourself directly answering, but seeing how the others are feeling. And the Wednesday night calls, just seeing how everyone else is checking in, you realise you're having pretty similar, I suppose, challenges and pretty similar wins. So, but no, it's a great bunch of guys, and having Shannon there too from a nutrition point of view.
Yeah,
great too. So yeah, no, it's not all about protein shakes, man. It's about understanding that what has protein and what has fats, what has carbs, and it's all been a learning experience to me as I've looked it up and played with it, I suppose. And I still have the odd days where I go over on carbs, but then okay, so realise what I did it, so adjust, keep going. So yeah.
Exactly, mate. And it's about that, isn't it? Like, I can tell you what to do and give you all those answers, but like you said earlier, having that self-discovery of calculating your own macros and understanding, we've got all the resources there, but that discovery yourself you've got to take the steps forward. I can't do that for you. That's where the growth and the strength lies, doesn't it, mate? Because you're empowering yourself. Yeah,
no, that's exactly right. And that's where you get to educate with the family too, because and you're exploring with them, right? So we all start learning. So that's great.
Unreal, mate. Well, look, let's say one of our dads, irrespective of when he's viewing this, whether it's part of an ad and reaching out or just looking up our success stories. Let's say there's a dad who's sitting on the fence, maybe he's not quite sure. He doesn't know what to do. Like, what would you say to him if he's watching this right now and he's, months, years, decades, he's been in similar circumstances to yourself or some of our other dads where they haven't had the answer?
Yeah, I'd say do it. I mean, I was not 100% sold either when I got into it, but it's been life-changing to me internally and externally. And I can already feel I want to keep going the next month after that. I've knocked off that first initial bit, but until I start doing those leg raises properly, I'm going to keep going. But I'd just say just get into it, just do it, because it's not going to get any easier 5 years down the track. It's not going to get any easier 10 years down the track. And it's really it's value for money. It's just fantastic, right? So it's to me, it's been great. No, I originally signed up. I thought, okay, I'll just learn a few things and then I'll be able to do it myself. But that's not the case. It's just a huge self-discovery for myself, knowing that if I keep going, I'll discover a lot more as I keep going. So yeah, if there's anyone out there, I'd give it a go, because you got nothing to lose apart from weight and and anxiety. So
yes, absolutely. Hey, you're a legend, Pete. I love having guys like you and a lot of like-minded men in our group, because it just strengthens it so much more, mate. Like, I'm one man and I can help you, but in building this foundation, this movement, it's phenomenal, mate. And you hit the nail on the head. Like, 5 years down the track, 10 years down the track, like, how long is it gonna take? And there'll always be excuses that guys tend to have.
Yeah, that's the case. That's what I had. So just get into it.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. I really appreciate you sharing your time. And look, for one of those dads, if that is you and you are watching this, Pete's right. Like, what's it going to take? Like, we're recording this just before Christmas 2018, and you've got Christmas, but that's okay. You've got your New Year's resolution. 8% of people make it past January, and an even smaller percent make it past February. Okay, that's all right. We'll kick on after that. Then you've got Australia Day. Then you've got Easter. Then you've got winter. And how many years do you want, mate? Like, that's what we're about here. Like, creating the shift and moving forward together. So if this is something that resonates with you, I urge you to please reach out, respond, click a button if this is part of an ad, or reach out and find us on Facebook, and let's take action. And let's make this the last thing you have to do, instead of looking for all those quick fixes that won't be sustainable and promise you the world but deliver nothing. So in saying that, look, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks again for joining us, Pete. Like, love your story, mate, and where you've come, and the future looks bright for both of us, doesn't it, mate?
It does, Alex, and thank you, mate.
Hey, you're a good man. Thanks, mate, and thanks, guys, for watching this video.
All right, cheers, mate. Bye.